Who could forget where they were when they first learned of the Wendy's Baconator? Perhaps one of the most iconic fast food burgers ever, the Baconator helped put Wendy's back on the map. Let's dive into the untold truth of this bacon cheeseburger legend. The Baconator launched in 2007 as part of an effort to revive Wendy's following the 2002 death of its founder, Dave Thomas. Back then, the number 3 burger chain was hurting, and offers were on the table from rival companies. The franchise had suffered from lower sales for a few years after Thomas passed, and those who are old enough to remember might be able to understand why. His appearances in Wendy's commercials were always heartwarming and fun to watch. The company couldn't seem to match the marketing magic that was Dave Thomas until the brilliant and aptly named Baconator came around. Dave Thomas left a lasting legacy, of course. Former Wendy's head honcho Carrie Anderson told the New York Times in 2007, "The legacy of Dave Thomas creates a powerful foundation for Wendy's and allows my job to be easier." With that said, imagine how successful a Baconator ad would have been with Dave Thomas's endorsement. In 2007, when then Wendy's CEO Carrie Anderson helped roll out the Baconator, she openly admitted that the meat lover mega sandwich was definitely designed to appeal to a particular demographic, 18 to 34-year-old males, which at the time were the most common fast food consumers.
This salad is really good. You want a bite?
No, thank you. I'm a vegetarian.
The Baconator vision came while Wendy's was trying to reinvigorate both its menu and its marketing. The efforts paid off, and the sandwich definitely boosted the brand's status. The following year, Anderson reported that Wendy's was developing a Go-Wrap chicken sandwich for its snack and value menu, but this time in an effort to appeal to women. While this might seem like gender stereotyping in today's world, the numbers regarding men and fast food at the time apparently don't lie. Those wraps didn't stand the test of time, yet all these years later, the Baconator is still holding strong. So, do we have young cheeseburger-loving bros to thank for the Baconator? Yes, it seems like we do. To say the Baconator took the fast food world by storm when it first launched would be a bit of an understatement. This bacon cheeseburger arrived in a full-on blaze of glory. Within 2 months, the company sold 25 million sandwiches to hungry meat eaters. In the summer of 2007, a few months after Baconator Mania took hold, then CEO Carrie Anderson told Business Wire, "This is one of the most successful new product introductions we've had in some time."
May I get you all a Baconator?
Yes.
Commercials from the fall of 2007 really highlighted the popularity of the Baconator. The biggest selling points were, well, the bacon, and the long-standing Wendy's promise of fresh, never-frozen beef. It furthered this message with famous ads like the Kicking Trees commercial, which was the most-watched TV advertisement of June 2007. In a way, it cross-promoted the Baconator by reiterating that anything involving beef from Wendy's was going to be fresh and tasty. The massive success of the Baconator in its early launch was no doubt a part of Wendy's revival both in sales and advertising. Look, not everyone can be the Baconator. We're looking at you, spicy Baconator. May you rest in peace. In March of 2008, Wendy's tried to top its Baconator success story with another Baconator success story. The chain extended its brand with a spicier version of the cheeseburger. Long story short, it's not on the menu today. While the commercials were cute, for some reason, Americans just didn't take to the spicy version of this bacon on beef classic. NYC Food Guy, a New York-based food critic, certainly didn't give the burger a glowing review. He wrote, "The jalapenos and chipotle ranch sauce soggied up the top bun while overpowering the entire burger with slightly spicy acidity." Needless to say, it didn't get the same warm welcome as the Baconator. Wendy's does serve a few variations of the bacon jalapeno cheeseburger, though. In 2012, Wendy's tried to appeal to customers who really wanted a Baconator but couldn't bring themselves to justify consuming a half pound of beef with 6 strips of bacon in one sitting. For those who wanted a little less pork and beef, the company launched a baby Baconator dubbed the Son of Baconator. Cute, isn't it? The mini version of the Baconator made you feel a little less guilty. Instead of 2 quarter-pounders and 6 slices of bacon, this sandwich served up 2 patties that weighed 2.25 ounces each, with 4 slices of bacon. The Son of Baconator is alive and well, still on the menu today. but it only has 4 ounces of beef as opposed to 4.5 total ounces. It also has 670 calories, while its dad, the original Baconator, has 960. According to popular food blogger LA Foodie, Wendy's Baconator fries were the result of a culinary collaboration brought forth by a mutual love of bacon. The blogger reportedly received an invitation in August of 2015 to hang out with Top Chef star Spike Mendelsohn at a Southern California Wendy's location. Both food lovers got behind the grill at this new Wendy's outpost and decided to enhance several menu items with, you guessed it, more bacon. Mendelsohn supposedly upgraded the Baconator by whipping up a chili cheese version of the sandwich after he had already added some bacon to the chili. They then doused some fries with cheese and bacon and called it a day forever known as the one where Baconator fries proudly entered the world. The fries were supposedly a limited time only item when they were first introduced back in 2015, yet they're still on the Wendy's menu, ready for consumption. When Burger King started selling the Bacon King in 2016, it felt like shade had officially been thrown at Wendy's. This cheeseburger was eerily similar. Half a pound of beef topped with lots of bacon, cheese, ketchup, and mayo. Cron writer Ken Hoffman compared the two and found that the only differences he could detect were a few more cheese slices on the Bacon King and the presence of sesame seeds on its bun. The Bacon King is still on Burger King's menu, but it's safe to say it comes nowhere near the Baconator's status as fast food bacon cheeseburger royalty, despite the obvious similarities. The Baconator is a versatile sandwich. It's great for satiating any intense bacon cravings you might have, filling up your stomach on a long road trip, and, stashing your weed when the cops come rolling through to search your car. Actually, scratch that last part. It turns out stuffing drugs in a burger isn't effective for avoiding a citation for drug possession. In 2016, police in Milton, West Virginia got a call about a shady car milling about in a Wendy's parking lot. The car contained 4 individuals and some Wendy's grub. The K-9 units allegedly snuffed out some marijuana, which police reported was, quote, hiding in a Baconator. The suspect in question tried to claim that a Wendy's employee must have placed the pot in the sandwich, but as the Milton Police Department put it on their Facebook account, Wendys.com shows that marijuana is not a standard ingredient for a Baconator. One would initially assume that there can't possibly be anything unhealthier than a Baconator. With its half pound of beef topped with 6 slices of bacon and American cheese, plus mayo and ketchup, all held together by a white flour, quote, premium bun. However, there are actually at least 7 contenders that beat out the Baconator for the title of unhealthiest bacon cheeseburger. According to Eat This, Not That, a brand dedicated to healthier eating, of those 7 really unhealthy fast food burgers that top the Baconator in calorie and fat content, the biggest offender is the Triple Meat Whataburger from Whataburger. It weighs in at 1,885 calories, 84 grams of fat, and 2,080 milligrams of sodium, while the Baconator, by comparison, has only 960 calories, 66 grams of fat, and 1,540 milligrams of sodium. Wendy's has a troubled history when it comes to breakfast. The chain initially tried to launch a morning menu in 1985, but pulled the plug after only 9 months of slinging eggs. It attempted in earnest to serve breakfast again in 2007 and then again in 2012, but still couldn't quite gain Egg McMuffin-level traction. It's now quite clear what the problem was all along. There wasn't a Baconator breakfast option. Cut to September of 2019 when Wendy's once again announced plans to give breakfast another go. In February of 2020, the morning menu offerings started cropping up again at different locations. They included a breakfast Baconator and a Frosty Chino, in perhaps another effort to capitalize on what they know already works. Wendy's president Kurt Kane described the contents of the Baconator breakfast sandwich as a fresh cracked egg, signature sausage patty, and 6 strips of Applewood smoked bacon. Hey, just don't call it a comeback. Actually, in this case, you probably can. Nothing cements a menu item in the Fast Food Hall of Fame quite like an official Pringles flavor. In June of 2020, Wendy's and Pringles announced that they were partnering to make a bacon, cheese, and beef-flavored chip. Like many other establishments, Wendy's has created an app featuring incentives for using it, and one of those incentives incorporates the Pringles partnership. You can score a free Baconator, Son of Baconator, or Breakfast Baconator with any order on the app if you enter a code found under the lid of a Baconator Pringles can. You can find this flavor anywhere you normally purchase potato chips, except maybe on airplanes. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about fast food are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.